Guys, Drew here, back with another video, doing another Growlers review as usual. And in this game, guys, the Growlers win. They win 3-0 against the Norfolk Admirals. Another shutout for the Growlers, except this time it was Luke Cavlin. I'll talk about him later in this video, but what a win from the Growlers, guys. Good game from them, considering they got shut out 4-0 by Norfolk on Friday night. So pretty good game regardless from the Growlers. I'll mention the goals right now. So, Brett Budgell starts off scoring 9 seconds left in the first period. He gets his 16th of the season. Could Budgell hit 20? He has a few games left, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Budgell is one of the only Growlers on this squad that's played all 67 games this season. Well, that one there was his 67th, I should say. So he's probably missed one game, considering this was the Growlers 68th game. But good to see Budgell getting on the score sheet. Could he hit 20? We'll have to wait and see. He's been hot lately, so I think he could. It's possible. Then the second goal goes to Brandon Cruz. He gets his 7th of the season. Good to see Cruz getting his, as well as he usually gets an assist on most plays, but with this one he gets a goal. So good to see Cruz getting one. That was assisted by Nolan Walker. I feel like Cruz and Walker are a pretty good duo on this Growler squad. They usually are on the same line together every single night, unless a player's called up or unless a player's injured. But regardless, Cruz has been doing really well with this Growler squad this season. Maybe playing for the Monarchs next year. We'll have to wait and see what happens, though. Then Todd Skirving getting the empty netter, his 30th of the season. Good to see Skirvy getting his 30th. We've been waiting all season for this moment, pretty much. That is his career high in goals, and the career high in goals for a Growlers player was Scott Pooley in the inaugural season for the Newfoundland Growlers. He had 31. So if Skirving can get 2 more goals for the Growlers, he will break the franchise record for most goals in a season from a Growlers player. We'll have to wait and see what happens, though. I believe next weekend they're playing against Trois-Rivières, which is one of their biggest rivals. So we're going to have to wait and see what can happen this weekend. So with that Growlers win, the Growlers are 45-22-0. They're first in their division, thank goodness. I shouldn't say thank goodness. They are in first by far, but Reading, as I said last episode, has clinched a playoff spot, so we might see them in the playoffs sometime soon against us. So last night I didn't think this was happening, but Friday night I said that Adirondack and Warty wouldn't be playing Saturday night. They actually did. I completely didn't know that they were, and Adirondack ended up getting the dub. So currently, Warty has 70 points, and Adirondack has 69. So, we'll have to wait and see what happens, though, with these two squads. Warty plays Maine on Wednesday, and Adirondack plays Maine on Wednesday. So, we'll have to wait and see what happens with those two teams. It really depends on who the Growlers will be playing in the first round. No Maine hasn't even clinched the playoff spot yet. We'll have to wait and see if they can in the next few weeks, maybe in a few days. We'll have to wait and see what happens, though. Most teams are seeming to clinch playoff spots now, even in the NHL and the AHL as well. It seems like the regular season is coming to an end, which is pretty crazy because I still remember opening weekend here at NBC. But, I mean, time flies sometimes. And this squad has been a great team this season. Obviously, they've had the most wins by a team this season in their history. So, pretty good to see the Growlers doing that. But Luke Cavlin making a 28-save shutout, his second pro shutout of his career. As I said, Thursday's review, John McKay got a shutout, and that was his first career pro shutout. So good to see McKay getting his first, and Cavlin getting his second. But every single game this weekend has been a shutout. And one of them were Norfolk, and 2 of them were Newfoundland. So it's pretty good to see that. Norfolk's record isn't that good. I'm just going to read this off right now. It's 19-43, 2-3. They've had 3 shootout losses. You don't see that very often. The Growlers had 30 shots on goal. Thomas Vomaka was in net for Norfolk. I still don't know how to say his last name, but he played pretty well. I watched the highlights after the game, and he seemed to have a pretty good game for Norfolk. Maybe he could be their starter next year. We'll have to wait and see what happens, though. One thing I read, Jeremy Brodeur was surprisingly supposed to be their starter at the beginning of this season, but he got placed on waivers and he got claimed. I'm not sure where he's playing now, but I do know that he's in the CHL. So I wonder if he's having a good season with that team. I believe it's Fort Wayne, but I might be not that too wrong off. That didn't make any sense. But anyways, that's going to be for guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, if you like this video, you can subscribe. If you really liked it, you can follow me on TikTok. That's Drew Hockey Guy knows that. Same thing for the Instagram account. You can follow me on Twitter. That's @FeltonDrew. You can follow me on Facebook. That's Drew Hockey Guy. There's space for that one. There's space for this one. Is Drew Hockey Guy. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. Hopefully we get it soon, and I'll talk to you all again soon when the Growlers are back in NBC.